What's up, guys? Welcome to Comedic Calisthenics. We are your hosts, comedian Josh Ward, and this is comedian
Devon Simmons. Was good.
What's goody? Welcome back to another installment where we inform, entertain, and inspire. Yo, Comedic Calisthenics, two comedians getting it in up here. We have great conversations and talk about great events in the world. There's a lot going on in the world, but we're gonna start out with talking about us. We're two amateur budding comedians, getting into it out here. So we building our careers, building our lives, doing a lot of stuff. So what's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
Bro, it's been a break. How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to be back in the country. Left the country a week or so ago. Your
Traveling,
boy,
man.
Trying to get out here and do something. This was a little special though. This was a little
Super
special.
bro.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
special. Tell the people, bro.
The boy got engaged.
Hey, shouts out to love, bro.
Yeah, put them together. Yeah, your boy got engaged. You put a
Congrats
ring
to
on.
you, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
I
That's
took my lady to an island. Let her sit on the beach, look at the sand and the waves.
This man romantic,
Take
cool,
it.
bro. I like it. You gotta do it right, bro.
I can keep the coochie wet, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's what do it. I find that give it a little bit, carrying a little bit, hey, that's to keep the coochie wet.
Hey,
That's my goal.
That's
Keep the
facts.
coochie wet though. So yeah, man, I'm glad to be back with y'all. We rocking out per usual. Always find us here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Josh Ward Comedy, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you want to find me, I'm there. Keep up with what's going on. Hey, it's a movement. It's gonna be big. Stay with us, all right?
All right, hold on. You can follow me too.
Yeah.
Only on Instagram. At End All Doubt. End All Doubt. I don't post, but I appreciate the love.
He gonna post. He gonna do better with his life. End, E-N-D, not in all doubt. End all doubt, because y'all might not hear that New York
Appreciate
accent.
that.
E-N-D-A-L-L-D-O-U-B-T at end all doubt.
If you can't spell it, don't follow me.
Devon Simmons, everyone. Devon Simmons. So yeah, man, we back at it, man. We've been working on our craft. So what you been hitting any mics and stuff lately?
Bro, I've been at all the mics I could get to.
Yeah.
It's been a busy month, so I'm trying to get tight for these shows. I gotta run shows running up, so I've been at every mic I could get to, and it's actually been like decent. Like I think the fall weather got people coming out to the mics and stuff. It's a little less competition with like everything else going on in the city. You know what I mean? So it's been decent crowds, get some good feedback on these jokes, bro.
That's dope. That's what you need, man. The crowd makes all the difference. What shows you got coming up, by the way?
Wow.
I know you got some. Go ahead and plug them Jones at the top right now. So,
I appreciate it.
See, we want to give y'all the info at the top right now so y'all can keep up with it.
Appreciate
I got a show coming up. I'm excited about it. Let me go ahead and plug my jump for a second. I will be hosting at Sandman Comedy Club in Richmond. I'll be hosting for Kerwin Claiborne next Sunday. So Sunday, come check it out, man. Your boy got his first hosting gig. I'm excited about it.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal,
At a real
bro.
comedy club. Like I never hosted before, so it's gonna be a vibe, hopefully. I'm trying to get in and turn up. And hopefully there's a crowd. So I need y'all to come out. Because when the crowd is there, the energy, that's what makes the difference for comedy, man. It's a vibe when the crowd is there and the energy is there. So yeah, Sandman Comedy Club, Sunday. I'll give you guys more detailed info. Just follow me and it'll be on my page. Go ahead, what you got, bro?
Tough. All right, Wednesday, I'm in Fredericksburg in the Chimney Top. I think that's at like 7:30. I'll post that. And then on Thursday, I got a show. It's called The Whole Damn Show. That's at Strange Rays Brewery in the city in Richmond. And then on Friday, I'm at Busky Cider.
Okay.
All right, that's in the city. And then on Sunday, I'm in DC. At Busboy Poets. Just posted that. Grab your tickets. That show's gonna sell out. So it's gonna be tough.
That's what's up, man. I love to hear the boy out here making moves and whatnot.
Bro, you hosting, bro. You doing the thing,
I'm
bro.
trying,
That's
man.
big news,
I'm
bro.
trying. That's actually a big deal for me. I'm happy about it. I'm humbled. I'm glad.
Ain't no trying, bro. You doing it, bro.
bro.
Shouts out to you.
So, what you looking forward to doing these shows? Like, you got any new bits, any new skills, new things you got working on coming up?
I got like 2 things in the hopper. I'm trying to like get tight, right?
Okay, what you working on?
So I got one where I don't want to like spoil the whole bit, but I give y'all
Don't spoil the whole thing, but
the premise. It's about a political ad, and I'm riffing on it, and it's about cracking cops.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like subvert like.
You say crack and cops?
Crack and cops.
What a combination.
Yeah, so you already can see it's kind of silly, but like people been rocking with it so far. I ran it like 3-4 times.
Okay.
Got some good feedback. Put some more tags on that joint. Beefed it up a little bit. So I think that joint gonna actually ring off if I get it how I'm gonna get it.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I'm hyped about that. And then I got this other joint I'm working on about my step pops. My step pops was a crackhead. So I'm trying to like talk about what it's like to have a step pops as a crackhead. Cause like,
I love how you just casually said that, yo.
bro, people living real lives.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't your step pops, it's your uncle, you know what I mean?
Somebody,
like,
you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right.
This ain't no strange thing. So like, the thing I'm trying to like crack on is like, how it's your step pops like. That's a later decision. You know what I mean? Like, that's a choice. And how that like change your whole lifestyle. So you basically got like 2 childhoods coming up. So I'm like comparing the childhoods and like cracking on that. So like that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. What about you, bro? What you been out? You been working on stuff?
I've been working on some things, man. Crazy thing is, remember the jump that I told you about last time? I thought didn't go well when I did the Sandman jump. Yeah. I went back and watched the tape, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yo, I say this all the time. I like doing Sandman.
Yeah.
I love doing so. I'm doing Sandman tonight.
Okay.
You cannot hear as well on the stage.
Yes, that's the thing.
You cannot hear the laughs as well.
You cannot.
So like, I know exactly what you mean. You're feeling some type of way. You listen back, you're like, oh, I got more pops than I thought.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how it was. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, cool. I gotta wait. I'm gonna tweak a couple things, couple little jumps, a little change. But yeah, I was actually more satisfied with the recording than I was the actual live event. So that was a little, I guess, relieving. You know, I got a little bit of relief. I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't sucking.
You spent all that time right.
Yeah, bro. I was like, it just, you know, but it's
cool.
cool.
Let me ask you this: when you watch, do you have any like hesitation watching your tapes back? Like,
bro,
do you feel weird?
I hate it. I hate it, yo. I hate hearing my voice recorded. First of all, yet I do all this social media stuff, literally voice stuff all the time. You know. I hate doing that, and it's cringy. It's cringy.
Nah, I
watch
feel
myself out there.
you.
But if it's good and I'm enjoying it, then yeah, I like it.
Nah, I feel you. You kill it.
Yeah,
kill it. You like
killing. I'm like, hey,
it's like a highlight tape.
Yeah, bro. Watch yourself get off. That's different, you know. So it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe both ways. But so you know, it's cool. I've been working on that, and I've been working on my social media stuff like crazy. Follow your boy Joshua Comedy. I got a video right now going viral. I'm at 130-some thousand views right now. So
the boy doing it.
Hey, I'll let your boy.
It's
hey,
good videos.
Yeah, the jump going up, man. So y'all go check me out, man. I'm gonna try to keep some fresh content coming, keep some funny stuff going. But that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's an interesting thing to happen, to have your jump go up like that, because that jump was out of the blue, first of all. But, you know, the impact that social media plays on trying to build your audience and build your brand and all of that stuff, you know what I mean? I think it's huge. And we talk about this all the time, because this guy, he's not a believer in the social media, man. He's like, so let's talk about that for a second.
Let's get into
it. It's super important, bro. I think, like, I don't know how you can go around it, man. Tell me your feelings about it. Let's talk about that.
I just like the way you cut it.
I don't know how, but okay, we gonna have this conversation since we're here.
No, we here. Social media, bro. I just look at it like, bro, it's one of those unnecessary evils for me. Like,
unnecessary evil?
That's how I look at it.
Isn't that counterintuitive to the saying? The saying is the fact that it's evil already is.
No, it's a lot of unnecessary evils out here, bro. Like the saying is wrong. I'm trying to put the people over.
Trying to fix the saying, bro.
Nah, man, nah. It's one of those things where it's like, don't get me wrong. I see what it do for people. I rock with what it do for people if they into that. Me personally, bro, I just have a tough time with the idea of self-promotion, bro. None of it appeals to me. I don't really want people to, it's wild, because like I want people to come out and hear these jokes, but I don't want to tell people
to come out and
what I got going on, what I'm doing. It's a wild dynamic. I ain't gonna front. I know it's a little, what's that word when it's like a conflicting idea? It's like one of those, yeah, something like that, bro. It's like I know, like, especially like when you get booked on something and the promoter send you the flyer, they want you to post it, and I get it, you should, you know what I mean? They probably trying to make some money off what they doing. It's like a whole ecosystem, and I just be so like thrown, bro. I don't like posting about just even like regular life stuff, bro. Like, I know them moments is for me. That's how I look at most of this stuff. Like, if you know, you know. Like, that's how I be feeling. So that's where I come from. But like, at the same time, I can't keep doing these mics, keep doing these shows, and not posting people's flyers and stuff like that. You see the judgment in his eyes, bro?
I'm not judging at all.
What are you doing?
I'm just watching you go through this revelatory moment, and hopefully you come out on the other end with something that's going to be useful, and hopefully going to help this show too.
By useful, you want me to post about this show? Right?
Yes, I do. What
bro, I sent it to the homies. I text people.
No, bro, I tied a note to a pigeon foot, bro, sent it to the community. He delivered to just my neighborhood in New York, you know what I mean, where I grew up.
This is funny, bro, because like Josh had sent me a clip with all the tags and the caption. He'd be like, bro, just go ahead and post this. And I'd be like, all right. So we here.
I mean, it's already done. Like, the whole post is set up, it's edited,
facts, bro.
it's got the caption, it got everything on. All he got to do is share that, John. He will not.
Bro, I don't know. There's something about it I just don't trust, bro. Like, if I could do all this without it, I'd love to do it. But also, like, I look at it like, I don't even necessarily want to be front-facing. Like,
what do you mean by front-facing?
I don't necessarily need to be a comic on stage. Like, I like what I'm doing right now, but, like, if I could write, I'd write. Like, I don't need people to, like, I'm not interested in fame. I'm not interested in the attention. I'm not interested in any of that. Like, none of it appeals to me. Like, which sounds wild for a motherfucker that's getting up on a stage and telling jokes.
Yeah, I was like, who gonna buy tickets to your show then?
I feel like there's people that do that get people to their shows. Like, you don't know about everybody. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's like little circles of pockets of people that like that's how it work now, right? Like, like you ain't a lot of people Michael Jackson famous. That ain't never gonna happen again. You know what I mean? It's gonna be you got your.
I mean Beyonce, but that's
facts. My bad.
Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Shout out to the Hive. Don't message me.
Beyonce and Jay-Z definitely that.
The album is fire, bro. My bad. But like. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I go back and forth on it. I know, like, the more time I spend doing this, maybe I'll start posting more. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just off of the respect of the people that's like people that's putting me on shows. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely do it off the respect for that. But like me personally, bro, if I could do this without even having an Instagram, bro, I should have done this 20 years ago. I'd have been been Gucci, bro. That would have moved. You would have.
And I get it, because I get it though, because I used to be the same way though. I self-promotion is something that's cringy to me. It's always like awkward, like ugh.
It's gross.
You know, it is. It makes me. But
I say this though, if I see somebody self-promoting and it's good, I ain't even mad at it.
You ain't mad at it. You like never are with somebody else.
I see Kevin Hart selling subs and C4 and Wawa. I'm like, look at Kevin getting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at him.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at him, but
exactly. It's this internal thing. I had to get over it though. I did, because I realized that honestly, we're not big enough for our name to travel like that. So you gotta transport yourself. And the only way to do that is the internet without going every place. Like, I've been trying to get our subscribers up on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, by the way.
That's a threat.
Straight up. Right now, we have 47 subscribers, and I asked all 47 of those people individually to subscribe to the channel, bro.
I love it.
And I was like, yo, look at the legwork it takes to just get 50 people to be, to subscribe to your junk without social medias, you know what I'm saying? Help, just word of mouth. Hey, subscribe to my channel for me. Like, I was on vacation on a cruise ship and we was having dinner with other people and I was like, yeah, we having a good time. I'm a comedian, by the way. Subscribe to my channel, will you? Thanks. Y'all pull your phones out right now. Yeah, no, that's subscribe.
I've learned that. That is the move. If somebody come to you after the show and be like, good show, be like, all right, pull your phone out.
Yeah, take your phone out. Go ahead and follow me, yo. Subscribe to the channel. So, but it's been so hard. Like, since our first recording, YouTube told us we had to get a certain number of people before we can actually do live recordings of this. So that's why we were pre-recording and then posting it now. So we got to get up to 50 subscribers before we can do anything live. And we at 47 right now. Right. So I just feel like, you know what I mean? That's hard to do. Say if you want to reach 1 million people, one by one, bro, we'll be 80. We'll be 80 by the time. I haven't even got 50 people and it's been like a month.
I feel you, but I feel like I don't know what the number is. Like obviously I don't know what the number is, but like I don't know if you need 1 million. Like if you know what? I don't know. Like I think the number you need might be small if they rocking with you.
Yeah, it depends on what you need them for. Because if you need them to sell out a huge venue, that's different. If you need them to watch a video, that's different. So I think what you need the people for, but you want to have enough to do whatever you need to do. Because everybody's not going to be on board with anything. I don't think no person has, like everybody who follows them, involved in everything that they do. You know what I mean? So you want to have a little bit of, like I have this, and then I got my love and relationship jump, but then I got the stand-up jump, but then I got like my social media stuff. So everybody follows for different reasons, but you just want to pull out of those people who are the people who actually going to enjoy your content and actually invest in your content. So it's a process, but it's necessary. It's necessary, bro. And you too big to stay small, bro. Like
that's how you do it.
Yeah, I feel like you too big. Like you got genuine talent. More people need to see and know Devon Simmons, bro. Like straight up. Like more people need to know this man. And the only way it's gonna get that, I can't be out here just my boy Devon, fire. Like I be plugging, but
I ain't know this is my intervention, bro.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully you walk away with this and be like, I need to do. But like I started looking at it like that. I was like, I got something to offer the world. I have gifts and talents that the world can appreciate. And so I want to give it to them. And the people who appreciate it, they'll appreciate it.
They are. You got the viral clip. Like, so, you cooking, bro.
Yeah, so, but it's just one thing at a time, man. You got to start making a habit of it, start posting a little more.
I just posted, bro. Before we hit record, I just posted some little flyer.
There you know what I mean? I appreciate it.
I put music on it. I was proud of myself.
Put a little song in the background. Look at this guy.
Something I like. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing,
Facts.
Just put on some Nipsey, that's all you need.
But I think it's necessary, especially for what we do, because comedy clubs isn't the most prevalent thing in most cities. That's not the most prevalent thing.
It's wild because I never thought about it like that. Because like I've always rocked with comedy. Yeah, you know what I mean. But like I guess if you talking like just somebody walking down the street, what they going to do Friday, Saturday?
Comedy club is not the top choice.
Probably ain't. Yeah.
There's more movie theaters, there's more places to eat, there's more other forms of entertainment in most cities. The comedy club is not the most. Usually you have, a few of them jumps. In legendary cities, you go to Chicago, you go to New York, there's some places that have like, prolific like people know about these clubs historically. Kind of but it's still only 2 or 3 of them.
That's right.
So if you only want to reach the people that come see you in the club, then you definitely gonna miss out on a whole group of people who's scrolling on their phone all day. And we all do. Like, to skip that, I just can't. You can't leave that on the table, bro.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough.
But it's cool, man. I hope that, I think this society has changed. How do you feel social media has helped, like, comedians? Because I definitely see.
That's a great question, bro. I think as soon as you say that, the first person pop in my mind is Andrew Schultz. You hit?
Okay, yeah.
Like Schultz.
I got it special, by the way, and I'm mad because he released it on YouTube for free.
I watched it for free.
I watched it for free too.
That's funny. Facts. Solid special too. I rock with like his motto of like, almost like independent rap kind of thing. Like it's just go out here, use these platforms, put our stuff on here, get it bubbling a little bit, and then move from there. So you cannot deny the end product of that because he's amassed a solid fan base, bro. Yeah. Bro selling out theaters across the country. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he was able to do this last special outside of the people he had to deal with initially.
That's true. I forgot all about that. Yeah. They deal with, I assume Netflix, he ain't never said.
Yeah, he ain't say specifically who it was.
But they wanted him to take out some jokes and he was like, nah, just, put it on the website. And you gotta appreciate just that mindset, like just that Master P about it. So in that way, you could definitely see like it makes sense. Like what's bro name out in the Bay? Russell, you hit? Russell, your rapper. He been doing like concerts in his backyard. Now he's selling out. Like I'm gonna put you on that.
Yeah.
But he moving the same way, kind of thing. Like real independent, like putting on the shows himself. Yeah. Posting every day on social media to like build that following, kind of thing. Because if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with letting people know you got it. So
you got it.
Bro,
you got it, bro.
I'm changing my mind, bro. I'm posting every day.
Like, I got a whole set of Devon, and I don't even want to send it to him. I'm like, he ain't gonna do nothing with it. Like,
oh, yeah, I saw you recording that joint too.
Yeah, I got a whole set of Devon killing. And I was like, I ain't gonna send it to him. He ain't gonna do it. He was looking at you and be like, dope. Word.
That's how I talk to him.
Yo, good looking out, fam. It's good.
It's good.
All that. And then he's just gonna dump that joint and bury it somewhere and he'll never see it again. Like, great stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of all of it.
He said great stuff.
Great stuff, man. I understand. I'm trying to do a little bit, and I'm trying to share more of my stand-up stuff here and there. So what I do is I rope them in. They enjoy the funny videos here and there, but hey, I do stand-up too.
Check
out
clip here,
clip there, yeah. Stuff
like
us here and there.
When you clipping in, do you clip in like bits? You clipping in crowd work? How are you kind of like word?
Both. Not. I gave a couple bits away on purpose a couple months ago, just because I was like, I don't even care about that joke.
You gonna let them go, kind of?
Yeah.
Thing?
I mean, I'll probably do it, but I ain't big enough for it to matter. Like, to be honest. Whoever sees my social media or sees that clip, they probably not gonna be at the next show I'm doing. That's just facts. Because I ain't that big yet. So, and I ain't get that many views off of it. I mean, you know, a few hundred views or whatever, but what's the chances that those 400 people come to the show that I do next?
No, I follow.
So, some stuff I just giving away, but then other stuff is just like real quick little punches, real quick little snippets. I got another genre I'm working on. I'm editing right now, some crowd work that I'm gonna drop soon. So stay tuned, check it out. Drop some crowd work stuff or whatever. But
that's my favorite, bro.
Yeah,
you can't beat those moments. Don't no punch hit harder than like that off the cuff with somebody in the crowd, bro.
A slapping crowd moment, bro. That's so authentic. And those be the funniest because everybody knows it's unscripted, which makes it so much funnier. Yeah. I was at a show and Bam was doing a jump and he was going off the crowd, riffing off whatever. And he was talking about something about what part of Virginia is this really Lynchburg, I think something like that, Lynchburg, Virginia. And then like this lady in the front row, she was laughing at all this stuff. He was like, she is dying up here. Like, where you from, man? She was like, Lynchburg. He was like, oh, that was perfect. They went crazy because the joke worked out like that. That she happened to be from where he was talking about before he even addressed her. That's a dope moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, whatever you can get moments like that. Yeah. But speaking of which. So I saw a clip of comedian Pierre and what's his name, Dlai, had an interview or whatever.
Dlai funny as hell.
Yeah, he is, yo. All his sets be slapping, yo. But yeah, they had a little interview together, and it took a little turn. The interview took a turn, yo. Check this out real quick. We'll talk about it in a second.
Look at that. So speaking of craziness, you know, what would you say about what's that been about you and Billy Sorrell? You know the situation with him and
but I thought we already spoke about that, and that was something on the side, and we had more stuff to discuss. I don't.
All right.
I know. But I don't. But I just what I'm saying is you're not holding your word because we. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna do something, let's do what the protocol.
All right. My thing was more about y'all two. Did y'all make amends of it? That's all about it.
You see, you still doing it. Nigga, you don't keep doing the shit. Just let the shit go. You know what I mean? If we had a conversation and we agreed on something, you can't, as the host, take it to another place. Now you being disrespectful, and now you're gonna make me disrespectful. I don't want that. Okay. The shit been going good, but now like, you know what I mean? You agreed it. You brought it there, though. Right? Am I right? Right. Did he bring it there?
No, you're right. Right. I will forget about it. But it is my show, though. It is my show.
Hey, man, but if you're gonna be disrespectful to me, it's fuck your show to me.
Man, all right, well, fuck, okay. Well,
you know what I mean?
All right, bro. We cut all that out, man. All that is unnecessary, man. It's all unnecessary. Fuck it. It is what it is. We'll move on from the motherfucker.
What do you mean it is what it is?
It is what it is, nigga. Shit, it is what it is. All right, we can do something else. We talk about something else, nigga.
What we doing, though?
What you saying? Huh?
You done changed the whole dynamics of this. So, either I can leave this motherfucker and just, you know what I mean, however you want to do it, or we can get it in however you want to get it.
How about we really tell them?
Cause I'm definitely with it.
Turn me up a little bit.
Yeah. So, first of all, we can get your immediate reaction to it first, and then we'll get into a conversation. Go ahead. So, what's your reaction,
bro? You done changed the whole dynamics of this.
Yeah, right.
Bro, the disappointment in my man's voice, bro. He was like, yo, like, that's one of them situations where like you in the moment and you also like, this is some fuck shit.
So apparently he told him not to mention this topic or whatever.
Right.
And he got on camera and just threw that John out there still,
Bro, like that's, I don't know the exact conversation. Obviously they both alluded to it, so it definitely sounded like it was a conversation that went on. At one point, the host agreed that there was a conversation in the middle of that in the middle of the interview, and they said they weren't gonna touch on it. And then for it to come up, I mean, you can't do nothing but understand where my man coming from. Dlai, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's tough, bro. Like, I would hate to be in a scenario where you putting something on camera with somebody, you know what I mean? I don't know what the arrangement was, but 9 times out of 10, you probably looking out for their platform. Hopefully it'll help you out too. And then for it to come to that, that's, I understand the emotion behind it. I put it like that. You know what I mean? How'd you feel immediately, like when you first saw it?
So when I first saw it, immediately I was like, yeah, that's grimy, that's messed up. That's like, if y'all had a conversation about what you was gonna talk about in the interview, don't get on camera now and go against what we said. Now, here's the twist though.
Go ahead.
The whole thing is a stage. The whole thing is staged.
It's a lie.
It's a skit.
You lying.
No, I'm serious.
Why you?
So, the whole thing is staged, bro. But we didn't found it out till later. But here's why. And I did it for a point, for a reason.
Go ahead.
Because Pierre says that the only way that you can grow your brand and grow you get the most tension and grow your brand with drama. And he did that so he can put that video on his page and see how many views that video would get as opposed to his other videos on his page. That video has the most views of any jump on his page right now. And in 6 days, he got 149, almost 150,000 views on that jump.
Just off the skit.
Just off the fact that everybody had it, off the drama. And
this is interesting.
Yeah, so he comes later and
I've been bamboozled.
Yeah, he comes
Josh
later.
in here running amok.
I'm basically doing what he did. I set you up. Get on camera.
You got me.
No. But so then he comes later.
Okay.
And discusses that.
But I thought we already spoke about that, and that was something on the side, and we had more stuff to discuss.
I will forget about it. But it is my show, though. It is my show.
He
Hey
goes
man,
on
listen,
top
if
about
he gonna be disrespectful to me, it's fuck your show to me. We can get it in however you want to get it.
How about we reel it to the
Cause I'm definitely with it.
Yo, bro,
So
bro, acting.
Wasn't it up?
Bro, give him a contract. I want to see him in Marvel, bro. Like, what are we doing?
So they didn't tell none of the producers. They didn't tell none of the people on his team. They didn't tell none of the people in. So it could be a genuine interaction from everybody in the room.
That's even better.
Yeah. So,
That's
but then he goes on to talk about it in this next clip he just released the other day.
So y'all know what it is. All right.
Listen to this one, guys.
So I recently tried an experiment to see if it was gonna work. I was kind of hoping it wasn't gonna work, but it worked too well. So I had my brother Dlai, who I got nothing but love for. I've been a fan of his for a long time on my show, had him on my show. And it was funny, we had a conversation. He was saying one time, he's like, B, your show is so dope, man. I don't know why it's not getting more views, man. It should get way more views than it. I don't know, And I've had other people say that sometimes, like, man, the show is dope, P. The show is dope, man. It should be larger. It can be larger. I'm like, yeah. And they were like, maybe it doesn't, because it doesn't have any drama on the show. I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I do. I don't do drama and stuff. They're like, yeah, man, but that's what's selling this shit. I was like, yeah, nah, I don't know about that. But I said, you know what? When Dlai was on the show, I said, let me try something. So I called him up and said, hey, bro, I want to try something, man. I talked to him about it. He liked it. We went over it, rehearsed it, boom. I said, don't tell nobody. I wouldn't tell my crew. I didn't tell my crew. We didn't tell none of his folks, nobody. So we get on the show and we do the thing. I said, all right, I'm going to put it out there and see what it is. Now, Dlai is, he's a funny comic coming up, but he's not the biggest act I've had on my show. I said, let me see if this thing going to go out, do well. Unfortunately, do well, maybe you see. And we did it, we put it out, and wow, man, it got like 40,000 views in like 12 hours. No other clip has done that before, man. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I've had some big people on my show, from Akon to T.I. to Killer Mike to George Wallace, to T.K. Kirkland, Ruben Studdard, I mean, Godfrey. I've had so many dope, and many, many more dope ass acts on my show. But that thing there went flying off the shelf, man. I have people call me who I haven't talked to in years. People texting me, what's up? Holler at me, what? I haven't heard from you in years. And you've seen my podcast. But I guess all mother shows wasn't worth saying, yo, you got a fly-ass show. Now, there's a lot of people who tell me they love my show. When I walk down the street, I hear people say all the time, yo, man, you got a dope show. And I appreciate that. It's good. But I just want to try that little test where people would tell me, like, yeah, man, maybe it's drama they like. They like to watch drama. I'm like, come on, man. No, they like good quality shit. I'm giving flowers to these acts, man. Some of these acts we haven't heard from in a while. I'm giving flowers to these people, man. And they're saying some good poignant shit, some very interesting stuff. But once I do a skit like that, everyone wants to talk about it and hit me up. And then I heard comics talk about me behind my back or something. A few of them. I was like, what?
Bro.
I thought you thought I was solid in that. Me and you hang out. We see each other.
All right. So I'm not gonna go into all of it, but basically, like, people start commenting in the comments. Oh, I always knew Pierre was on some sucker stuff. Like, people start coming out the woodwork because they thought he was genuinely, like, you know what I mean, haggling them, sharing how they really felt about him, like all of this stuff. Hey, excuse me. That video has done more views than any video on his page.
So what you take from that?
So unnecessary evil is necessary. Yo, here's the thing though.
You fucking up the brand, bro. Go ahead.
No, but I feel like you gotta find some way to be controversial or to have some kind of drama. I think people want the whole scope of emotions, no matter what it is. That's why every movie that ends with a great story has tragedy in it before. You know what I mean? If nobody just starts off, if you watch a movie and everything went great, and then it just rolled off into the sunset, you're like, oh, that's nice, but I wasn't entertained at all. Like, the whole scope of emotions.
I rock with that, but there's a difference between like having a conflict and adversity and having drama. Like those are two different things.
But that's what creates the drama. How that conflict and adversity, what that conflict and adversity looks like can vary from movie to movie. Like say a rom-com, right?
Okay.
A rom-com usually has some kind of conflict and adversity that includes drama, where there's either a person engaged with another person, somebody cheated, somebody didn't stay faithful, somebody didn't do this or that, and then you found this new person that becomes the love of your life now, blah blah blah, and it ends up great. But there's usually those types of things, you know, along the way to that journey. That's for most movies, and even tragic movies usually start off lighter. You know what I mean? Right. Dark movies that are really spooky, that first opening scene used to be kids on the playground, it's real
it's
bright.
Sex scene.
It's just, that too.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then by the end of the movie, everybody's been mutilated. Or some kids going on a great trip. We're going to spring break. It's going to be amazing, guys. You know, everybody has drugs. People are sucking dick in the bathroom. It's like, it seems like a time. You know, it seems like the greatest time. And everyone's going to die.
Oh, this is wild. That's your greatest time. It's drugs and people sucking dick. Yeah. I'm having a great time.
I don't see the problem here. It sounds like a good time to me. But,
no, that's interesting. It's don't get me wrong. Yeah, you need conflict for a good story. Like, and I also agree with the whole emotional spectrum of what you're talking about. Like, you even need that in the act. You know, if you're gonna be up here performing.
Right.
I guess my hesitation is the need for, or the thought of, all right, so like, let's say this was like an organic situation. Like, let's say it wasn't a stage thing, right? And that's like organically how it came out, and then people flock to it, kind of thing. I can understand that, understand the nature of people, understand how people get down. I mean, think about how many spinoffs of Real Housewives we got. Like,
facts.
Like, I understand the draw to it, but I don't agree that that's the only way to do it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like. Because there's plenty of things I follow on the gram that's just like good news. Like people helping each other, people looking out for each other.
Yeah.
Maybe having like mad views because people want that kind of cleansing as well. So I think there's a balance.
Yeah.
I think there's a balance to it, right? And that's the arc of a great story. That's the arc of just life. Like trying to find that balance between how to handle conflict and handle drama, but like then not try to manufacture it. Like that's where I have a problem. When you try to manufacture it for popularity, that's where I'm like, I can't rock with none of that. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, conflict and drama is just a part of life. So, you know, little duality situation kind of thing.
But if you're in entertainment though, if you're in entertainment, everything you're doing is manufacturing something to a degree. If you're writing a joke, or if you're in a movie,
you're choosing.
You're
still making a choice about how that impacts people and impacts yourself and your performance in that process. So yeah, like you might take a situation, stretch it out a little bit, but like you make a choice whether what the message is from that joke, what the message is from that story, what the message is from whatever it is you wrote. You know what I mean? So
is there a message to everything?
To everything? I mean, that's broad. I'm gonna say no. Like, I think some things might just be silly. Like, I've never heard a fart joke and was like, yo, that's deep.
But you heard when they laughed at it, though.
Of course. It was entertaining. So, like I said, I think there's a duality to it. You know what I mean? My thing is, like, I think that's a dope thought experiment to see what actually gains traction. And then I think at that point, as an individual, there's a choice to make. Which road do you walk? Do you want to pursue what tends to get people through the drama, or do you want to go a different way? You know what I mean? I think it's between each individual. I'm not saying either one is right or wrong. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think good stories have good drama in them, but I think as an individual, you do need to choose how you gonna rock.
Yeah. So, do you believe that drama has helped? I believe personally that drama has helped every big name we know.
Go ahead. Walk me through it.
Because I think Chappelle became more immortalized, if I can use that word, after the whole Comedy Central thing. After the whole Gone to Africa, everybody thought he lost his mind, all this stuff. Like, there was so much intrigue around him. People wanted to know. That's why everywhere he showed up, people were interested in being there. Because they wanted to know about, like, where is he right now? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? Where is he? What space is he in? Blah, blah, blah. All of that's drama. And you think him disappearing and going to Africa was on accident? I don't. I think it was intentional. I think he dipped out. Let him wonder, hell. But he knew what that would do too. You Chappelle.
Did he? Because like he talks about 10 years. It was 10 years.
Yeah.
It was 10 years where his career wasn't, I don't want to put words in bro mouth, but it was, at least from what I've seen from the specials where I remember from interviews, it was 10 years where his career wasn't where he wanted it to be. So there are...
In his mind.
And then you got to add in, like, of course, then you got to like project what could have happened if that didn't happen. Like would Chappelle, who's clearly a GOAT,
Yeah, clearly.
not be a GOAT if that didn't happen?
I don't think he would.
I find it hard to believe.
I don't think he would.
I find it hard to believe. But like,
I think
I'm arguing what could happen. You arguing what happened. So
I think I'm arguing what could happen. I think he might have not been a GOAT. I think the fact that he won the way he did it, what he did and the way he did it, separated him because a lot of people wouldn't have done that. Walked away from $50 million.
Household name.
Yeah.
Household name.
Like, and you know, that Chappelle show was like at the height of its infamy. Like, Chappelle show was legendary for, you know, and he could have continued to do Chappelle show. We might have 5-10 more seasons. Who knows? But I don't know if he would be the GOAT for that. Because I don't think he was the GOAT before that.
After them 2 joints, you don't think so?
You think he was the GOAT after 2 seasons of Chappelle?
I do.
I do. That's a whole nother conversation.
I do. And the specials? Because he was still running specials in between that.
What do you mean?
The joint in San Francisco, I forget the name.
Killing Me Softly? Killing Me Softly?
No, Killing Me Softly was in DC, right? Yeah, he ran another joint in San Fran while Chappelle show was on. He had the mustache. You remember that joint? Yellow shirt? I can't remember the name of the special, bro. Somebody right now is in the comments.
Right. So, hey, put it in the comments. Remind us what the special is. But no, I don't think he was goated at that point.
Okay.
I think what made him goated was he became untouchable. Because once you showed that you couldn't control him with money and that he was willing to walk, like if he's willing to walk away from 50 mil, there's nothing else anyone could offer. Especially your show being as big as it was.
No,
you walked away from the show and 50 mil. I think that's what made him goated.
No. I rock with that. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. The integrity. Yes, facts. Because I hate when people do that.
Yeah, I ain't mean to cut you off.
You so right. I'm still talking though. I'm still talking.
I'm gonna cut you off, but I ain't mean to.
Keep talking.
It was accidentally on purpose.
It's an unnecessary evil, bro. I had to do it. Nah, like, damn, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Like, I think we were talking about the goated thing. The integrity. So the integrity behind what he did definitely, I think, brought him more attention. Definitely more media attention, all that kind of stuff. Like the things that come with drama.
So there was a whole group of people who wasn't even tracking Chappelle, but once they start putting him on media outlets and talking about the whole thing with the money and all of that, he gained fans and followers that he never even touched before that moment, just because people respected that he did that. Like, bro, you walked away from the industry, from the big machine, the corporation. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's one viewpoint. I
That's
think the other viewpoint was he's stupid. And
some
some people held that viewpoint, bro. Like,
you right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to say that didn't happen because we have a gap of content from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that came from. So this is the duality I'm talking about. I think you can get it going with the drama. I also think there's a deal you're making. And there's going to be a trade-off and there's pros and cons to everything. And that's where I go back to, as an individual, what are you willing to accept? What are you not willing to accept, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I can't deny what is true. People do flock to drama. It's not like, that's just true. Ain't no point in like denying that. At the same time, I also can't deny that people also flock to quality, good content that makes them feel good. Ted Lasso is out here kicking ass. People love that show.
I love it too. But I don't know if people flock to it. I think eventually people
get Apple for it.
Yeah, I'm talking about like you saying flock to like the positive stuff, basically.
Oh, I see
the content stuff.
Go ahead.
I don't know if people flock to it. I think when people come in contact, they're like, "Oh, that's nice. I like that." Or whatever.
It's almost like people are attracted to shit, but they'll take a cupcake. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's like certain things come in your path and you'll enjoy it because it came, but other stuff you'll go seek out. You know what I mean? That part right there, like people,
you know what else I wonder, bro?
What?
I wonder how much of the algorithms are influencing these, like, because these things don't happen in a vacuum, right? Don't get me wrong. I think I'm not going to like deny what I think is some people's just inclinations, what they click on, kind of thing. But I wonder if like you know, they measuring like how long you stay on the video. Right?
Oh yeah, they do.
And then they just start, like that's what you see now.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of that influences people's diet of what they take in. Like if you following like the fight joints on Instagram or the big booty joints on Instagram, and like now that's all you seeing, like that's what it is.
Right.
Like, you start to think that's what the world is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It can mess you up.
That's true. That definitely happens. But I think about like if you think about a heavyweight fight.
Okay.
Like when Floyd Mayweather and what's the dude from UFC, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
When fighters in general, the whole goal of the promotion before the fight is to create anticipation for this event. Talk about his mama, insult him, y'all get face to face. Why they do this face to face thing where they come have a guy stand there and then somebody mush somebody? You know, they have fight. They know they're not gonna fight for real because everybody gonna get sued. But they have fight, so people are like, oh, it's gonna be on. Like you gotta hype it up in every instance.
But that's for a fight.
True, but the same tactic, I guess.
Okay.
It's what, like, if you watch a movie trailer, they put the most exciting points in the movie in the trailer so that you can want to see.
I think, what if the instead of most exciting points, they put it in the points that's like most gonna draw you in, right? So like if you're thinking about, I guess it depends on the type of movie or whatever you're watching,
right?
But it can even be like a little emotional kind of clip that go in there for the trailer kind of thing.
That's true.
So it's not
but that's still a sort of drama.
No,
Drama's
I'm
still-
rocking with that.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with that. I'm not saying that all drama is bad. That's not how I'm rocking with it. I think it's necessary. I think it's a part of life.
Right.
I think
I'm saying all this to say we should just fight on camera, bro. And put it out there. We'll get a million views.
Bro, I had to comb over for a second, bro. My dress is on. Bro, this is why I don't talk to you, bro. You know what's best about this topic?
What?
That they followed the social media. Josh is basically saying, you don't post these.
We gonna have
no
drama.
problem, bro.
We going viral one way or
You
another.
know?
Either you post it or we going drama for the
Nah,
vows.
bro, you big perm, bro. You big perm, bro. If you don't smoke this, training day out here.
Stupid.
Nah, bro, that's funny. That was a solid conversation. I like your take though. That's
Yeah.
I like your position.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a delicate balance. It's definitely, especially when you want to do positivity. So I think I wrestle with that. Like, okay, how do I get something that's engaging and people are gonna want to see, but not be out here like fabricating, doing stuff for clout? You know what I mean?
Nah, I felt
I don't want to do stuff for clout.
I guess that's the line, right?
Yeah.
Clout chasing.
Yeah, I
Clout
don't-
chasing is probably
Yeah, I don't
nobody
wanna do
rocks
the-
with the
I don't
clout.
wanna do the clout
Well,
chasing.
people obviously rock with
But
it. Yeah.
I feel like if you look at social media though, I mean the whole goal kind of is that a little bit, because when you get up there and you're doing these dances, even you look at that like on TikTok and people doing a bunch of dances and stuff like that, people are learning this stuff. Like, I'm gonna sit in my room and learn this move so that I can do this dance, so I can post this video, so I can go viral. Like, it's on purpose. It's not accident at all. So it's got to be intentional to a degree.
I got a skit idea. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I got something for you.
Okay.
Remind me on that.
Skit
Remind me
idea?
on the skit idea on that
All right,
point
cool.
you just made.
Cool. But yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? It's a delicate balance of, okay, what are you going to do to be entertained? Like, I have a character, Paw Paw. Follow my page, at Joshua Comedy. I have a character, Paw Paw. And Paw Paw just this horny old man. And I put on glasses and a hat and all this, like an old granddad uncle
solid
type
character.
type
I like the character.
Yeah, Paw Paw's a
It's funny.
character.
It's funny.
So it's like, okay, I gotta pick stuff that's gonna be engaging for my audience to see or be involved in, but also I don't want it to be like too ridiculous either. You know what I mean?
No, I follow.
So and you gotta get up there and do silly stuff and dance and stuff. But I'm having fun because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a level. It's lines. It's, you know, it's a degree of like, I gotta make people want to watch this for some reason. What's the reason? This big booty girl. That's one way.
That's usually 9 out of 10.
that works a lot of the
That works
time. Because girls and guys, like, you know, girls like girls where I'm from.
That's facts, yeah.
You know, so
If your
but
girl don't like a girl.
I wonder about her.
Facts.
Usually they sexuality ain't that high. They don't think girls will attract. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Like listen, we can have some pride because we are when we able to go live and stuff. We gonna come live sometimes, have some real conversations. That's not a part of just the show. It's just, you know,
It's gonna be
us kicking it, that kind of thing. So stay on the journey with us, man. It's gonna be a good ride. So. But yeah, it's crazy. So it grows to a place where you have infamy and you gain influence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, besides Chappelle,
Okay.
I would say because Chappelle is an aberration. He never does social media. When he does drop something, it's like one video and it goes crazy, and then he's like, all right, I'm out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But like besides Chappelle, like who do you feel like is the most influential comedian of our time today?
Do you mean? Oh, wow, this is a good question.
I know it's a hard question,
It
and I
really
said it out
is.
loud.
It really is.
Like
Do you mean social media wise, or just how people?
I mean,
behave,
just
how people
influential
behave?
on comedic culture, influential as far as their reach, their span, their touch, their finger on the pulse of things, and you know how many people regard them or respect them, and you know take what they say, and like how many people look at them and like, hey,
Bro, this it's hard not to go with somebody obviously has been doing it for a break. So like they clearly got their fan base and you can see their imprint on comedy, right?
Mhm.
So it's
and you got to do.
go ahead.
We might need to separate it
Okay. What you think?
Because-
What you think?
because black and white makes a difference.
I literally was thinking that.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if we gotta separate black comedians and then white comedians, or you know other race comedians as well. And you know, not in a derogatory way or nothing, but it's a difference. There's a difference to the comedy. There's a difference to the culture. There's a difference. So let's not act like that's not real. But yeah, Who's the most influential you think black comedian right now?
You know, if I'm all right, this is a 2-part answer. I honestly think it's like Tony Baker and what's bro name? Kevin, bro that do a lot of the he do clean joints.
Kevin on stage?
Yeah.
Really?
I honestly do. Let me give you my why.
I want to hear the why.
Bro, they between them, I feel like they ushering in this next generation of like black comedians, right? So Kev on stage has the what's it called, distance comedy joint.
Yeah, keep your distance joint.
And you see some solid, up and coming.
Yes.
This is like they're using that platform for like their first credits, like, and I think that's what is influential for like black comedy. So like you have these phases of like Def Comedy Jam, Fat Tuesdays, Comic View, where you have these moments or these platforms that put on everybody you see in the movies.
Right.
Everybody that's like out here doing it. And it's like it almost takes that to usher in another generation of like black comics.
Right.
So I look at the Kev on stage, I look at Tony Baker with the voiceovers and stuff, kind of like that. Like they're doing it in different ways. It's YouTube and it's Instagram, but you're starting to see this influx of like, yo, who was that? And I feel like as a black person, exposure is necessary and hard to get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if I had your own people put you in a situation where you could prosper, I can't say that you are not influencing the culture at that point. You know what I mean? So that's why I rock with them.
Okay.
If I was gonna go on the other side, it's another dual part answer. I'm gonna go with Andrew Schultz again.
On the white side?
On the white side.
Okay.
For like, on the white side. I'm gonna go with Andrew Schultz for like the social media influence. I think people seeing him do his thing and kind of like.
Really?
I think so.
Schultz?
I think so.
I feel like Schultz just kind of blew recently. Like it's.
I think he blew recently.
Yeah.
But I think he was one of the first adapters.
Yeah.
I think so.
You what's his name? Steve Hofstetter.
I'm not hit. I'm not hit.
Okay, Steve Hofstetter, man. I fool with him. But he's more known for his crowd work. He's known for.
And he just throwing clips out kind of thing.
Yeah. But Steve is legit solid, bro. Oh my God. The fact that his crowd work stuff has gone like as far as it goes, I respect it so much, and it's so entertaining. And he's kind of this straightforward kind of comedy, but it's very witty.
Okay, I like that.
But he's been doing it for a minute and like crazy. I gotta put you on to Steve. Steve's dope
I appreciate that. Put me on.
I'm sorry, but go ahead. You were saying.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. The other one, Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
Oh, okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's changed how people even try to come up with premises.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's very obvious though, but like
that nigga Bill is ridiculous, bro.
Bro, that WNBA bit, bro.
Oh my God.
That's stupid.
Oh my God, bro.
That's stupid, bro. Like to the level of difficulty on the premise, bro.
People just think people just saying this stuff.
No,
to formulate that into a resounding joke like that, bro.
And have everybody rocking with it. Yeah. That's the difficulty.
Yeah, when it's like so legit that even if you disagree, you gotta be like, I see it. I see the validity in that. Like
Max, if you haven't caught the WNBA bit, bro, watch it because it also ties into that drama stuff. You know what I mean?
That too, exactly.
So like, nah, but Bird's up there for me, like hands down. Like he's changed the way people approach what they about to do. But then I think I'm gonna let you go, and then I got a follow up question. Don't let me forget. I got a follow up question for you after.
Okay.
But who's your influential? Like walk me through.
I gotta say, I would say on the black side. I gotta say Kevin Hart. I gotta say Kevin Hart because his company does what Kevin Stage Company does. First of all, the LOL Network and Heartbeat Productions, they have been very influential in giving a lot of comedians and a lot of writers space and platform, which I think is real dope. And I just feel like his reach has been so big, and if he touch it immediately. Like you don't have to go through some of the toil that some of the other lower. Like I'm a Kevin Stage fan, first of all, legit. Especially as far as social media goes and independent comedians goes. Yeah, legit. But I feel like Kevin Hart, his reach is just so big, and he has such a big enterprise now, and he grew it from something small. And so to watch his journey, I think sometimes when we see people on a large level, we forget that they didn't start there. You know?
That's true.
Like he had to work and grind to get to that point where now he has his network, he has the podcast, he has he has the Sirius XM stuff, and he just has so many things.
Wawa subs, go get one.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, so many things that just comedic. Like he's in other stuff, involved in other stuff, but comedically stuff. I'm trying to stay on that vein. Like he has so many things comedically that open up a lot of doors and does a lot for a lot of people. When you talk about your Tiffany Haddishes and like all those people that he made ways for, looked out for, that kind of thing. I think he's definitely one of those in that conversation. On the white side, I gotta be with you on the Bill Burr, man. I think Bill, I don't know if it's influential. I would call him though.
I think it's influential on comics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm talking like influential on society stuff. Because having like a give back make a difference. It makes a difference in your influence too. But yeah, I think definitely Burr is one of those in that top, but not for those reasons, just for the fact of his comedy. The fact that he makes it okay to say some of these things that he says. He keeps the door open for the possibility of the edgy stuff. I don't want comedy to become mundane and clean and everybody's so PC, you know what I'm saying? And you can only say the right things. I think comedy is that space where you're supposed to say the thing that honestly no one really wants you to say, or you think maybe shouldn't be said. And I think he keeps that door open by being as big as he is, and then taking those. And I think Chappelle does the same. We excluded him from this conversation on purpose, but I think he keeps that door open where it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can push the envelope. And people are still attuned to it, and people still respond to it, and it's inspiring to see. Because I'm edgy, I like to be anyway. I'm not trying to be, but I am just naturally, and I like to be. I try to censor where I need to, but I like to be edgy. And so he keeps that door open for the possibility of receptivity to that edginess in the comedy community. So I respect him for that so much.
That's what's up. Follow up. So like. There's levels to it. Like people always talk about like somebody's a comedian's comedian. The comic that like people that either are aspiring or that are comics like really rock with. Who's your comedian's comedian? Like in terms of like you'll watch them and be like, yo, the structure on that. Like you'll go in your comic mind. Like you'll laugh, but you also like,
right,
that's insane.
I'm gonna be honest. I do that to everybody.
Word.
I do that to I can't take in comedy without processing it, how they got there. Like I heard a dude tell a joke the other day. It's crazy to me because he had a bad joke, but then he turned it into a joke about how bad the joke was. And he used the bad joke as the punch, like the butt of the joke to point out a bad joke. And I was like, bro, that's smart, dude. The joke on its own would have sucked. But his whole premise was, you want to hear the worst joke someone could tell? And then told the terrible joke, and then clown the terrible joke that he told. I was like...
He threw himself an alley.
Yeah, basically, he locked it to himself off the glass, yo. I was like, bro, that's smart. He probably was trying to work this bit out and said, he was like, oh, that's terrible, that's stupid, I'm not going to use that.
And then he kept going.
And then he was like, yeah, you know what?
With that. You gotta rock with that.
Yeah, like that's smart, bro.
Yo, and it takes some guts.
Yeah.
Like, to go out there and know like it's gonna get low. It's gonna be a law, but I'm gonna pull out of it. Like,
but he made it so he didn't have to go through the law because he started it with.
He prefaced it.
Yeah, he prefaced it with, this is a terrible joke. Listen to how terrible it is. And so he told the terrible joke. Everybody laughed because the joke was bad.
And now he get to cook.
And now he got to cook on the joke that was bad. I was like, duh, that's smart. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do that. What gets me is when I hear people do dope stuff and I can't do it. That be blowing me.
What you mean?
Like when I process somebody's material, I'm like, yo.
How'd you get there kind of thing?
I know, I'm like, that's crazy that he did that. How can I make up a joke that does that? I can't. I'm not good enough to make up a joke that does that yet. You know what I mean? That kind of spins the premise or flips. Like, I'd be like, yo, that's crazy right there.
These are just time and experience.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm like,
I've definitely seen somebody go up there and be like, oh, okay, all right.
I got ways to go.
It's levels.
It's levels. Exactly. It's levels to this, bro. And I just be like, oh my gosh. And I like the guys who make it like supernatural. Not supernatural, like they make it real
conversational.
Yeah. And you don't even feel like they telling you punches, but they telling you punches. Like they know where they going, but you never feel like they're
just in the moment with
they know where they going, but you never feel like they taking you there. You know what I mean? But most jokes you feel like you can. What's up? I ain't gonna say most, but you can feel the setup. You can feel the punch. You like, oh okay. But then other jokes is like, oh, I'm just going on a night. Oh, this road's funny as hell, you know? This is a hilarious journey. That's the type of comedian I want to be. But I also got to learn to tell jokes. So
I follow you.
It's crazy.
All right.
But influence, man, comes from different stuff.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people gain influence from multiple areas. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to gain influence from multiple things. You know what I mean?
I follow.
Somebody who loves my voiceover videos. Somebody who loves my stand-up videos. You know, somebody likes the stand-up stuff.
Podcasts.
Stuff. Yeah, all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
you grow influence by having multiple things. That's all.
Josh got porn videos.
I do, actually.
What's that OnlyFans? $34.99 a month?
Nah, you can't get it on the OnlyFans. I do, man. I'm actually pretty good at that too. So, you know, why not?
Hey, bro.
It's a science to it, man. It's a science. Sex is a science. So
I'm uncomfortable. All right.
So I love it though, but I love all the stuff that's happening now. Speaking of, as you bring up like conversation, all these people, I feel like it's really affected where we are comedically in the world today. All these people, man. Like, we're in a totally different. So I guess I'll wait and I'll throw it to you as a question. Like, what do you feel like the state of comedy is today, and you know, what are your thoughts on that?
That's interesting. So I was speaking on that in terms of just like content-wise first. I think people have such an appetite for it. Such an appetite.
Wait, what makes you think that?
I think just what's coming out on Netflix, like the specials that's rolling out. I think Netflix has got people accustomed to just sitting there and being like, oh, I'm gonna watch a special. When before, a lot of the specials were on HBO, Showtime. That's a separate subscription. You might not have access, you know what I mean? You might have heard about it and tried to catch it. But like now it's so accessible. You get to see so many people. Now you get to kind of dive into what's for me. You know what I mean? What do I rock with?
It's true.
Then you pair that with all the Instagram comedians and skits and just like people putting out different stuff.
Right.
People just got such an appetite to sit there on their phone, scroll through, hit some giggles, bro. People want to laugh.
You know what's crazy? Like, a lot of stand-up stuff wasn't on TV earlier. Like, you had to go to HBO or Comedy Central or something to watch it because of, you know, the language and stuff like that. It wasn't TV appropriate necessarily. So there was a lot of people doing stand-up and not getting put on those large platforms, which shows an interesting dynamic in society because we've become more politically correct and PC or whatever. But also, we've really moved the barometer for what's acceptable as far as the other end goes.
That's actually a really good point, bro. Because I remember Comic View, when they first started putting specials out, you could tell they were like not saying certain words.
Yeah,
you ever feel
exactly.
that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But now, it's on Netflix. Now it's like, I don't know the rules. I don't know. You know, it seems like sometimes you might have some issues, but for the most part, they like let it fly.
Yeah.
And if you're paying $7.99, I guess it don't matter.
Right.
Which is crazy.
But even what comes on TV, like on Comedy Central, they still, you know, air a little stuff in it here and there. But like the fact that you can say the B word on TV now, on regular local cable TV, like you can say a lot more than you could in previous years, like 20 years ago. That's right. But also you can say less because there's certain things you can't say, period, you know, because of the culture and climate that we live in. So it's an interesting phase, especially for comedy, because
it's more profane and like less, what's the word I'm looking for? Sensitive. It's like more profane and more sensitive at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a simultaneous thing going on. It's crazy. But
That's
I think it helps comedy to a degree, but it's hard on the comedian.
Yo, I'll be honest, like, you ever come up with a premise, and you start writing it out, and you like, these 4 things, depending on what room I'm in, it's gonna be awful.
Yeah.
But you know it's funny, you know what I mean? But it's like, people get more, it's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to put you in it. I know I've been in spaces where it feels like they came to be offended.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely.
Like policing,
absolutely
jokes.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah,
yo, that blows me, bro.
Yeah, I've had that. Actually, I'm gonna share. I had other comics. Another comic do that to me. Yeah, like I did. I did a mic, and this other comic was there, and apparently she didn't like some of the jokes I told her in my job. I don't know what she was listening to. She didn't listen to my set well. She just heard the things she was offended by. And after that,
comic.
Yes, a comic. And so she proceeded to get up. She was like 2 comedians after me, and she tried to roast me. And the crowd was not rocking with her jokes because I killed. Like, I really was the set of the night. And so they was like, "What you talking about? He was funny." Like, the crowd's reaction was really like, "He was funny. I don't know what you talking about, man." And so her jokes didn't fly. And then I didn't even know she was talking about me. I'm laughing and everything while she up there. Like, I thought she was talking about somebody else. I swear, yo, I did not know she was talking about me, bro.
You're like, I hate him too.
And then after the show, people were like, "Yo, she tried to roast you. I was like, "Who? You talking about her? She was talking about me?" Oh, I didn't even know she was talking about me. So I ended up talking to her that night, later on that night. We had a conversation. And I was like, apparently you had an issue with some of the things that I was saying, whatever. And she like went back and told me what she heard. And what she heard wasn't what I said. Like, it was what I said, but she missed all the other stuff surrounding it that gave context for what was said.
See, that's the thing. When you telling a good joke, it's gonna be some outlandish things you're saying, but 9 times out of 10 you're flipping.
Yeah,
you're subverting expectations. That's why you laugh,
right? Like, so yeah, after we had that conversation, and everybody who came to her was like, "Nah, like he wasn't saying."
How many names as it is? Bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera because I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna incriminate.
That's the one thing I really like. I get when people just came to eat some, especially at the open mic. Mm-hmm. They just came for a brew or something. And they like, oh, they telling jokes, and they don't rock with them. Cool. Yeah. But like comics, I'm always like, just let it be. Like, this is art. I think people forget that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta let people kind of express themselves. You might feel some type of way about it,
and it might not be your way of expression.
And that is totally fine, bro. Like, you can boo, you can be mad. Like they got the right to say it, you got the right to react, kind of thing. But like, to police it though, is
And I still ain't gonna. I'm not gonna boo. I'm just gonna be like, that's not my stilo.
Well, you ain't no bitch though.
Yeah, that's true too. That's very true. But yeah, like, people be hard on comedians sometimes in that situation. So, you know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the state of comedy is very interesting, but I also feel like there is a greater appetite in society for comedy. Mm-hmm. And I think the streaming platforms definitely help, because that's honestly where you find most of it, either streaming or online.
That's real.
Nowadays.
That's real.
And so when streaming platforms decided, like, we're really going to invest in this comedy like stuff, because when Netflix first came out, they didn't have a bunch of stand-up jokes of them.
It makes sense for them. Like 9 times out of 10 is cheap content.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense for them.
And the whole thing of Netflix is you got to keep stuff on there. Like, you got to keep adding stuff. Like, you got to feed that beast. And they got to keep growing, because if you don't, then you stall out. Like, if you don't keep adding them subscriptions, keep adding people to the platform, but then you keep spending money to have this content on the platform.
You had stock in Netflix, you sound upset. Because they
I'm just paying attention, because one day I'm gonna be the business and I need to know this. I'm paying attention. I'm learning now while I'm small, where their mistakes were, so I can learn from
Josh Ward presents.
Hey, facts. If they go there, I'm going. But yeah, like, they have to keep feeding the beast. They have to keep, and then they realizing that they're almost like, their whole base in America is like running out. So they got a lot of overseas.
Oh, you talking about like Netflix and all that?
Yeah, because like eventually everybody who wants it gonna have it. Like, new people aren't coming along every day to make subscriptions. Eventually, everybody who wants is gonna have it. And then what?
See, I had stock in Netflix, so like I'm upset by this. You are 100% correct, but like
Yeah, so they gotta start fishing overseas. They gotta start giving new stuff.
well, you actually
different
start
artists.
seeing that.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of more.
You see a lot of
overseas
foreign,
comics.
and
Yeah,
you see
you're
a
right.
lot of more
You're
foreign
right.
movies that have subtitled. They have like, if you look at what is the Asian jump that really went up. What was the Asian movie? The Asian series where they were trying to survive. and,
what's that joke called?
what is the joke
Game
called, bro?
something?
Yeah.
PlayStation joke. What was that joke called?
I don't know, but they was playing like red light, green
I never
light,
watched it.
and
I
get
never
killed.
watched it.
Yeah, but like all of these shows now, Money Heist, they're about a whole bunch of foreign shows and
I'm
stuff.
so mad. I want to know what that Asian show
Oh,
was.
what is the name of that show? It's gonna drive me crazy. And whoever watching this, I know y'all gonna be like, blah blah blah, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But I don't know what the daggone show is. What's the name of that show?
I'm figuring out. Keep going, bro.
On Netflix.
I just shouted out when I found it, bro.
Yeah, but like you see them investing in a lot more foreign stuff. They're investing in Asian stuff. They're investing in stuff from French and
Squid Game.
Squid Games. That's it. Thank
Squid
you.
Games.
Yeah, Squid Games, which it was fire.
Oh, you watched it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. I have a hard time watching a series of anything.
Yeah, I get it. I'm the same way. I gotta and I like stuff once it's already released. I don't like watching it along with the public. Like you gotta wait every week. I hate that.
It's the way you said it.
Yeah.
Like, keep these broke boys away. I
don't like being
I don't want to watch it
along
along
with the public.
You know what I mean? That's funny.
No, I like the I don't like having to wait every week, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's just like I want to sit down and binge and enjoy it and get it over.
I get it.
So, but you see those platforms investing in different things. So, comedy was definitely like, duh, that's the next thing you should do because that's an audience that you're not tapped into. So, I think that was smart.
Yeah, I agree.
But on the end, for us, it's definitely creating a palette and appetite and an appreciation for the art. So, and it is an art. I treat it that way.
I'm an artiste, bro.
Yeah, I'm an artist. You feel me? Picasso with these words, my nigga. You know? You Picasso with these words.
Not Picasso.
And that's what people forget though when they see it in comedy. They just, well, you be telling jokes. No, that man is giving you art.
Yeah, get up there and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You funny with the homies in the group chat.
Yeah. Get up there and tell some jokes for real, for real. Yeah, it's gonna expose you. It's gonna show you what it's really made of. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be alive in this time in comedy. I'm excited to be a participant because we got more opportunities now than what our predecessors had in this
100%.
space, man.
100%.
The world as a whole is really, really has embraced comedy. And I think the pandemic helped. The pandemic. Let's talk about that. Because I think the pandemic helped because people were down and they wanted to laugh. People wanted to be taken away from the fear and the care and the worry of their life. And comedy was a way to do that. And I think that it expanded people. It reached people that it probably wouldn't have otherwise because people were all at home together. And so what you realize is if one person was watching it, a lot of people ended up watching it who didn't. And that's why I feel like Kev on Stage came along and helped in that space too. Because he started them jumps because he was like, yo, everybody at home, people not getting live shows, how can I bring that to them?
Yeah, that's a good one.
He started that platform and like people was getting the jumps. And like when I was ordering, I was at my homie's house and stuff. I was like, yo, I got the comedy show I already paid for. We can put the joint on TV. Everybody watch it. They was like, cool, cue it up. And so I was watching with friends and stuff. And the few people that I had agreed to hang around at the time.
The little COVID group.
Yeah, little COVID group, you know. And so I think that was dope. There was some people, some grandmas and aunties in the house while it was on to get some chuckles, you know what I mean? And didn't bank on it, hadn't planned on it. But so I think that helped a lot. And then now that people came out of quarantine, everybody wanted to go out public,
I agree with that. You definitely see that.
Yeah, people want to
definitely
go
see that.
out and do stuff. Even if it's just catching a beer and it's a mic, it's like I'm out, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So that boom helps a lot. And so, yeah, I think we're in a good space. I think we have a great time as far as reach is concerned. I think it's a sucky time as far as jokes are concerned. Because, you just
You gotta watch out.
You gotta watch out what you say. I'm gonna be honest. Cancel me now.
Wow.
What you gonna do? One thing I realized And I'm learning, I'm trying to adopt that mindset now. They can't kill you. And at the end of the day, no matter what people say, you can still make your mark and do your thing.
Yeah, I think it's all about audience. Mm-hmm. That's what I really think it boils down to. Yeah. Especially if you just want to do stand up. Like, do the people who rock with you rock with it. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, I mean, that's just life though. Like, you might as well just do you. If you subscribing to other people's values, then what the hell are you on stage telling jokes for?
Right, exactly.
Like, you gotta be you. You gotta say what you think.
You're not gonna let
ain't gonna hit.
Yeah, they're not. You're just being controlled. At that point, you're a puppet. I don't like that. You're not gonna be a puppet. And I realized that because of all these opportunities, social media, otherwise, you can still. Nobody can really stop you unless you know. Because Louis C.K. got a whole series, a show on his website. He got stand-up jumps on his jump. He got he out here. He may not be as big as he once was or whatever, but he's still living. He's still maintaining. He's still doing what he loves.
Funny as hell.
And he's still funny, hilarious. So, I don't think anybody can kill you or take it away unless you let them. So, at the end of the day, keep going. Keep going.
Inspirational out here, bro.
Whatever your thing is, don't let people dictate to you. You keep going. You'll get somewhere.
The more you know.
Imagination. I feel like inspiring moment.
That's what's up, bro.
Hey guys, hey man, it's been a joy and a pleasure.
Yo, dope.
As usual,
dope episode. Good conversation.
Thanks
bro.
so much, man. I appreciate you, man. You always come with the wisdom and the vibes, man. I appreciate it. Always good to have a partner in crime here. This is Devon Simmons. I am your host, Josh Ward. Follow at Josh Ward Comedy at End All Doubt on Instagram. We're gonna keep it rocking for y'all. Y'all stay tuned, all right? Until next time, peace.